Feeling pretty good. Had a few days off. Ready to go tonight.
How was the break?
It was good. Went to see my little nephew, which is always nice. You know, it's a privilege that we had this many days off, and I was able to spend some time with the family. And now back here in Boston, and ready to go back to work.
How do you feel like your return's going so far and the games you've been able to play so far? It's been the easiest part, the hardest part of coming back into the mix here?
I think the easy part is just transitioning back into playing with these guys, just because we have the same team from last season. The hard part, obviously, is just the physical aspect, to get back in that NBA rhythm. A little bit like cardio, this at first few games, it's hard to imitate that in practice. But I feel like I'm getting there for sure, and still have a little bit way to go. But and I think that's going to show more maybe in like a little bit of precision for sure, but also just more like the offensive rebounding, more energy, like cutting, like these smaller things that will maybe not be as noticeable, but I will know that I'm doing more of those whenever I'm, and I'm really getting there. So soon, I think I will be able to step a few levels up in how I play.
I know you said you don't think of the ankle when you're playing.
Yeah.
That was the same ankle that you turned the other night. Was there some concern there, or did it just kind of feel like the same ankle?
I don't know, not for my part. I don't know like the medical aspect of it, if it's that increases some risk of something. But for me, no, it just felt like a regular ankle tweak, honestly, and just for me to go out there and play in the second half, and then the medical staff allowing me to do so, shows that I don't think there's like any major risk or any major concern about it.
The interior defense obviously has improved since your return. Is that a point of emphasis for you, and how are you making that happen?
Yeah, of course, always. That's what I want to bring to this team, and that's what I brought to all the teams that I played for. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like a crazy emphasis for us. It's just we want to use the strengths of each of our players. And me coming back, that's one thing I can do well, and guys trust me, and I'm able to pack the paint a bit more on the defensive end, and hopefully give that confidence to the guys that you have a 7'3" guy protecting the rim, even if you get blown by or whatever happens. So it's a team chemistry, team thing.
And then 29 points against the Pistons last game. How are you able to use that size and length against that group?
What was that, sorry?
How are you able to use your size and length against that group? Why is it so effective?
Yeah, I mean, they play pretty big, right? They have Duran, Stewart, these guys, they're aggressive, they crash a lot, they're setting hard screens, so they create some advantages, and we have to be able to combat that, and protect the rim at the same time. They have some shooters, but they're not the greatest shooting team in the world, and we want to make sure like we don't give them any easy looks, but at the same time we've got to make sure we actually protect the rim because they're decent at that.
How do you feel like you've grown defensively since you've gone to Boston? How does playing here help you on that end, or even just these coaches?
I think it's like major credit to the coaching staff. Like the defense, and even like some of the things we were testing last season, beginning of the season, was kind of completely like out of the box, out of the normal like NBA things, and that's credit to Joe and the coaching staff, and I think from every like crazy idea you could take something, you can not maybe the whole thing, but you could take something and use it and test it out and see if it works. So I think the cool thing about this is that we're always like testing the limits on how we can manipulate some of the stuff and where we can get some small advantages, and I've definitely learned a lot by being around these coaches.
What was the craziest thing you tried? Like, what was so crazy about it for you?
I mean, right away, like a couple things come to mind. But I don't know. I think it's kind of internal. You know what I mean? I think it's our testing stuff, and I probably want to leave that like internally.
Cookies and cream. Do you and Jalen work on those plays? Is that something, or is that just in the flow of the game? You guys just.
No, I think it's natural for us. He's a really good cutter. He's a really good creator. and I'm decent at finding guys when they cut. So also because the big can't really sag off of me too much, so that means the big is up. He can't really defend the passing lanes so well. And when JB makes those cuts around me or even backdoors and all this, like I always try to look for him, always try to find him. And I think we should. We haven't been doing it as much actually since I came back. So I think once we get in a better rhythm, I think we'll get those chances more and more.
Has he tried to recruit you to the 7-4-1? Oh, sorry.
Say that again, sorry.
Has he tried to recruit you to his performance gear?
He's working behind the scenes. He's working, but and honestly, I love his shoe. I love the shoe. I love what he's doing. Like his philosophy behind it. I love it. I love it. And I see other guys wearing it. Walsh is wearing it. Peyton. So JB's doing his thing, and who knows? Who knows? Maybe in the future.
You guys have had your entire roster available for basically like one half of one game the entire season. Just how beneficial has it been to have the level of like depth and continuity that you guys have on this team?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I've said before. Like we have a very complete team and a very hungry team too. A lot of guys that potentially would play a lot more minutes, have a lot more shots, a lot bigger role. Have to accept the role that they have here because we are a winning team. We're a very strong team, and those are the guys I would say that are, and even myself too. Like we all sacrifice a little bit, but for the better of this group. And last year it paid off, and we got to make sure that we have the same mindset and the same willingness to sacrifice, our own individual stuff for the greater of the team.